Hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. Today, I want to have a look at the last out of the 6 reward vehicles or vessels that are currently available in the ongoing Battlefield Engineer event. Since the grind is really RNG style, and you need a lot of lucky drops or marketplace money, and it's really hard to obtain enough vouchers to get any other vehicle aside from the I-180S. It is really important to know if a vehicle is worth it or not. I already made reviews on the HMS Tiger, on the VFW, and also on the Merkava. I made also videos on obviously the I-180S, and also today I made the video on the Ju-388J. So the last one out of the 6 is the Russian premium MPK Project 122 BIS, which sits at a battle rating of 2.3. And there are many Soviet ships at battle rating 2.3. And I think the main selling point obviously is that it is premium along the 85mm that is mounted in the front. And the ship on paper is very good, probably too good for battle rating 2.3, but there are 2 or 3 problems that are severely reducing the effectiveness of the ship in battle. In the background you can see 2 different battles that I played and where I had great success, where I just show in perfection the recommended playstyle, which is staying at range, being a support vehicle, not really pushing into caps, but supporting your vehicles that are faster, more nimble. This is not like one of the MPK Project 186 series, but rather this is without armor and only 185mm. But 185mm still is very good, as you can see in the background footage, to snipe enemies at long range with good muzzle velocity, with good penetration, with good post-penetration damage, and you have all the shell types that you need. Stock HE, which I use in 95% of the cases. AP, as demonstrated here, if you have to punch through an angle chip, or if you have to punch through armor, or both. And if you really want to pick the cherry on top of the cake, there is also potentially a flak shell, but I have obviously not really any sort of use for this. I love here the AP and the HE, and that's all that you need. So let me just talk you through. So this is a premium vehicle, and the reward in the post-battle result of the second battle is actually not what the ship really earns, since I only have a test drive, so the premium modifiers are not applied, which is not really great for demonstration, but hey, what should I say? The ship has, next to this 85mm in the front, 3 twin 12.7mm dish heavy machine guns with a lot of ammunition, and then also 2 37mm 70K cannons. They have all a lot of ammunition, they have a rapid rate of fire, they just have a lot of DPM, if you will. They are very dangerous for aircraft, patrol boats, and even some bigger ships that you potentially can meet in an up tier. So what are the problems with the ship then, you might ask? Well, it's the firing angles, the effective firing angles of the front 85mm gun. And that is because there is just simply a metal shield in front of the gun that is preventing the ship from firing forward. So you have to always stay at an angle. While this not just only exposes here the side of your ship and then you receive more damage much quicker rather than just being bow in, you can then also bring your secondaries to bear, so your 37mm and also your heavy machine guns. And that is then great, I guess, but you have no armor, and so every shell that's fired, that gets fired your direction, does damage. And then we traded each other's ships, which is funny. And this one is now the battle where I played from start to finish with a really great result. And again, I do the very same tricks. I try to stay here behind the island to reduce incoming fire effectiveness, because then a lot of the shells will be absorbed by the shipwreck and the stone, while my 37 millimeters and my 85 millimeter hopefully can fire. Initially, I tried to snipe enemies at long range, which is this ship's strength. I also tried to focus here not on the small ships, but rather on the bigger ships that would possess a greater damage potential towards my teammates, which, you know, you need to cap and to win the game eventually. And also as other targets for the enemy to shoot at. You know, I'm very much team gameplay orientated. Yeah. So, picking off enemies at long range and sniping. I think initially it is not the most awesome gameplay to watch, but if you play it, if you like the game mechanics of War Thunder, it is satisfying, it is cool, and you just fulfill your, well, tasks, your daily missions. You just gain some silver lines, you gain some RP if you are rather new to the Soviet ship tech tree. This is one of the better ships that you can begin with, since it teaches you many drawbacks that ships have, but also some advantages. It teaches you how to aim with main guns, like also with cruisers and destroyers, since the 85mm follows here the same mechanics. And I think that the 85mm is just simply one of the best patrol boat guns in the entirety of War Thunder. It just, as you can see, it deals heavy damage with a single shot. It sets fires. It forces the enemy to damage con, so to extinguish the fires, to stop the flooding. Crew gets reduced, and you can snipe for single compartments of a ship. And this is not to be underestimated. So this is now the creme de la creme. But the ship needs an open sea. The ship needs room to maneuver. The ship needs distance to the enemies before it gets hammered down. And there we can see how useful this rock is to just extend my lifetime, if you will. And you receive also a lot of bridge hits, and then you just can't maneuver anymore, and you can't get into cover. The next drawback is that the ammo rack below the front turret is huge and massive and easy to just detonate with AG and AP alike, even from smaller vessels. It is way above the waterline and it's very boxy. So, yeah. Then one of my teammates made here a very, very bad choice to smoke up, and I was very, very angry. I hope that he didn't want to make this as some sort of teamwork, because he achieved exactly the opposite, and he also can't hide himself, so he just obscured my view, and I was really mad at this. So yeah, I escalated here a little bit in chat. Also, one of the enemy ships launched here torpedoes, so I have to reverse, and this is still one factor of situational awareness. The ship also has the option of mounting some bomb mortars or some depth charges, which it can launch off the rear of the ship, to the side, and also to the front. And I would not take them, because especially the ones in the front, not just can they blow up in theory as externally mounted ammo racks, but also they further decrease the angles, the effective angles of the gun, and then you have to show full broadside or even angle away from the enemy, which is not always an option to do, although it would then offer better firing angles for the 37mm in theory. So again, it is all about staying at range and trying to find some sweet spot. There are not that many sweet spots for those ships on the War Thunder maps. And now I decided to show a little bit more action and to go into sea, while also trying to gun down this guy. So the amount of Daka Daka from the 37s and the 12.7s is intimidating for aircraft, and especially at low tier, where aircraft still get spammed out, where a lot of people try to get some points with them to secure first place. You better have some secondaries, you better have some a lot of rainbow going towards the sky to make yourself a rather unattractive target, and to also snipe down a plane here and there, which as we'll see soon is the case in this battle. Again, it looks very easy if you have found a sweet spot, if the enemy is distracted and you can shoot them up. Then you are very effective, then the ship is kind of fun. If you think that naval forces overall are fun, or you like this kind of playstyle, that is obviously a personal opinion. But the ship is very good at dealing with opposition. Watch this. This is now my counter number. And with the first shot, yeah, I did a crew knockout since he was damaged. And that was my ace. Now a bit of a bigger problem, and that is the Siebelfähre 40 schwere Flakkampffähre. See, the thing here is that it has 4 88s, but they are not stabilized, so they wobble all over the place. I don't have this problem. Also, it mostly can bring only 2 or 3 of the guns to bear, and yeah, it doesn't have really that many secondaries, and that is also pretty bad. So I think that this ship is faster, more maneuverable, more effective, and also has AP, which the SF-40 Schwere just simply doesn't have. Just to compare it here to one of the German equivalents, if you will. And now there the aircraft spam begins. This is my 6th kill now. Good stuff right there. And we're getting too late. It takes too long up until the point that we got into sea, so we don't get anything for the cap. But hey, this is just how it is. And now the task is to survive this battle. There are not that many players left, there are not that many ships left, and the remaining players are mostly in aircraft. One problem with the 37mm is that they constantly fire at ships and planes, and I know that you can toggle this, but they still have this overheating cooldown problem. While they are effective, they are not like the old 40mm Bofors. Yeah, 7th kill. That was cinematic. And yeah, there I'm rather low on crew, and the 2 rear compartments are heavily damaged, and this guy spams me over the island, which is highly annoying. And I just simply can't elevate enough to lob an HE shell over this stone ridgeline wall. Come on. And with AP we go through the angled side of the Project 1124, and we killed him. So this is now tactical positioning. Another aircraft falls victim to my guns. And can we deal with this guy? Now I wanted to switch to the 37mm, but before they are really effective, I got only a kill assist. So that's an assist ace, I guess. Yeah, we have to see. One thing that is underestimated in naval forces is that assists are also not really that bad. It depends on how much damage you really did to an enemy ship. And with this 85mm, you're always dealing a lot of ship damage. You're always killing a lot of crew. So the percentage that you get for a kill assist is just simply higher. Only 2 enemy players are left. So what did I do this battle? Again, quickly recap. I was angled the entire time to allow the 85mm gun to have effective firing angles. Also, the 37mm mounted in the rear are therefore effective and can fire. I also stayed always at long range. I picked the enemies apart one by one. I didn't go in like a maniac. And I tried to avoid here the weaknesses. I stayed with my team, I supported my team, and I never really went alone somewhere. And I didn't really move anywhere this entire battle. That's another aircraft kill, which is nice. And now I try my best with just staying alive. And this is like having birthday. You gain more experience by not dying, and then we get the Survivor Award. Quick look at the post-battle results, and with the Survivor Award we got 45,000 civilians. Again, if I would here include the premium bonus, it would be significantly more, like nearly 90,000 civilians, and also 7,000 RP. That was a nice result. We also went first place, and that means we got an extra drop box or loot box, loot crate, whatever, which is really helpful for the grind. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more. Let me know in the comment section if this video was helpful in your decision making. And we'll see each other in the skies, on the battlefields, and on the waves of War Thunder.